It's week 9 of the NFL, and we've got the Chargers' sure-handed tight end. He was a...
And off we go from Denver. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now here's Stroud. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And taken right on the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Chargers at 7-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Stroud.
Pass incomplete.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete.
These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Sliding out of the pocket. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Stroud. And complete to Drake London.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
As Stroud now to throw. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need...
Touchdown! Drake London, 26 yards.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense... seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Simmons, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 3 yards out.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division.
Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple.
Herbert now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Herbert off of play action.
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown, LA.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Stroud to throw it.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And just shutting him off there. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Stroud. And that's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, it's Stroud.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now is Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught. It's Flowers. Touchdown, Chargers. Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right out. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Forced out to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Drew Sanders. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Chargers.
Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the right run they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back,
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it and picked up by the Chargers.
Loose inside the 30.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now.
42. Broncos 24.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And picked up by the Chargers. And that will set them up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Herbert now on second down, eluding the pressure right.
Open man, it's Johnson. Chargers.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Chargers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first down, here's Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This pass is caught by London.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's Holmes. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Play action. Stroud now.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6. yards to go.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
And Stroud now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. The throwing again is Stroud.
And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here goes Stroud again.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Stroud. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown from 17 yards out.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you...
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Here's 1st and 10.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Stroud. London holds this one in.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here's 1st down. Now Stroud. Throws right back to London, complete again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Stroud to throw it.
It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Here's Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, strifing down to the 47-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make it